to Blasian Soul Podcast.
What up? What up? What up, though? We are back.
Yes.
We are homebound, back in the States. I know we kind of went over it last week, but man, the transition from being overseas when you get home.
That was rough.
It's rough for a few days. Believe that. We were feeling tired. I know we looked crazy on here last week because we had just got in. But we are here. We're back. We're refreshed. We're ready to go.
Yes. I think I slept for days.
Oh, man. I had to check to see was she breathing.
He had to check my pulse. I had jet lag.
Like 8 hours. She was knocked out.
Oh, my goodness. That was rough.
She woke up like, did the kids eat? I'm like, yeah,
right.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah.
That was rough. Yeah.
Blazing Soul Podcast back in effect every Wednesday. Highlighting and championing minority difference makers, role models, entrepreneurs, business owners, those who are making a difference in their community, as well as shining a light on Black and Asian and minorities of all ethnicity, kind of shining a light on them. So that's what we're here for.
Definitely.
I guess without further ado, we'll bring on our guest now. This is my oldest daughter, so y'all be she's older than Asia, just by a little bit. So this is my
couple years older.
Yeah, this is my oldest daughter now. So y'all be nice. But this was our world tour guide when we were in Egypt, and she set a precedence that whenever I go on a trip and I have a tour guide, they have to go above and beyond because she, in every facet, went above and beyond. By the second or third day, it wasn't even a tour guide no more. It was a person that's part of the family, and we was all eating together and laughing together and having a good time. We did have other members that were there to kind of chaperone us, but she by far and away kind of was a cut above the rest, so to speak. From the time we got there to the actual time we were boarding the plane, she was checking and making sure everything was good with us, that we were okay, we didn't need anything else. And up until it was time to leave, basically, she had things planned.
Oh, and after we left.
Yeah, no doubt. After we left, we were cracking jokes on Facebook and talking and having fun and all that good stuff. Like I said, like she was a member of the family.
Yes, so, definitely.
Without further ado, we will present, feature, and bring in Maryam.
Hello, guys.
Hello. You are here by popular demand.
What's going on, young lady?
There are so many people who want to visit Egypt, that I've noticed. And so we thought we'd bring you on to answer any questions and just to kind of share your journey and,
Yeah. First of all, I need to say welcome for all the people who are watching this live. That will make me happy, by the way, for this words, the good words to make me looks like for free. Now I know I'm one of your family. That's make me also happy. Appreciate. And first of all, welcome for everyone. If anyone needs to ask me any question, I will help you for everything by the honest. I will be honest with us, inshallah.
Yes.
Good. Eating hummus. That's what we did. I have to tell that story as well because that was funny. But we wanted to bring you on, Maryam, because first of all, you did an amazing job. Like I said, after a while, it didn't even feel like there was a tour guide present. It just felt like it was one of my friends who had extensive knowledge on Egypt, who was kind of chaperoning us along our journey. So whenever you can make a client or customer feel like this isn't business, then it's always a plus. So I want to commend you on that. The trip went off without a hitch once you got involved.
Yes.
So we want to first say thank you for our memorable experience. After that, I want to tell people, because I was forgetting a lot. So we will go over
what we did.
Yeah, because
right.
It
was so amazing that it was. We're just like, where are we? Yeah. Oh my God.
But first, let's first tell them exactly what you do. So if someone asked you what you did for a living, what do you do?
So you're talking about my job, actually, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So first of all, I'm study looks like in Gadinus department here in Egypt. There's one of the famous university here. And from this is the time I want to start to because I love the history. Actually, by the way, I'm living in front of the Great Pyramid, and
Yeah.
that's one of my
Yes.
dream to work in to be the tour guide. And after that, when I think a lot of time, I know that it's too hard for all the people who know all the information, all the history, because as you know, we have the 7,000 years before for all the history. It's not easy to all the people who know all the details,
Yes.
and that's it for me. Like, but my dad, thank you, my dad, for everything. He's helped me and support. That make me happy, first of all. And after that, I will take in the long time for the 4 years to study. For you
Wow.
study everything: ancient Egyptian history, archaeology, sites, Islamic, Christian, and also for the ancient Egyptian language, as we know, the hieroglyphic language. And the last of part is that religion for ancient Egyptian also is not easy for all the people to understand what's
Mhm.
happening from the past to the future. But
Definitely.
when I get in my license, and after that I started to work as a tour guide here in Egypt. I'll take in about 4 years. But before I'm working as a tour guide, I make the old experience here in Egypt about 10 years till nowadays
Okay.
for all the hospitality here in Egypt, and also for when I start working in the tourism company.
Hmm.
Mm.
So it took me a long time. So I'm started from the step one till nowadays I will be the tour guide.
So from step one till now,
Mhm.
or when you officially became a tour guide, how long was that?
How long for the tour guide is actually is 4 years.
Okay.
Wow.
So you studied for 4 years to become the tour guide, and then you've been working as a tour guide or in this industry for how long?
Like
For 4 years also.
Okay, so eight
Because
wow.
years.
before, yeah, yes, that will be fine from the first time I'm working when I'm studying in the college. Because we
Okay.
have the part time to work. That this will be happening for me from the first time. After that, it will finish for the 4 years. We have the experience in Egypt. After that, we'll take in for another 4 years, actually for 10 years, because I'm working also from the secondary school for another
Oh,
2 years. So
okay.
the total is 10.
10 years. Okay. So tell me,
Yes.
what made you want to go into the tourist industry? What prompted you to put in all these hours of work and education to become a tour guide?
Look, all the people when they started to come in here to Egypt, he think about Egypt is safe. Egypt is will be good for all the people who's coming to Egypt here, and there will be fine if I'm wearing some dresses or cottage churches. This will be easy. First of all, when I say welcome for all the people for the first time, be free. You are now in your second home. You are
Yes.
not in a different country. You are now here in Egypt. Egypt looks like normal country for all the people. As we know, in the old Egyptian, he welcome for everyone who's coming here. Egypt
Hmm.
is safe, and also for all the people who's come to do all they needed to do. I know we have a lot of people looks like have a mind fun to start to go in all of over times here in Egypt to make fun or to do something special, not
Yeah.
only for the tourists or the history sites as we see before, but like the camel ride, that's one of the amazing or the fun. I given him the free time, enjoy, make a
Yeah.
new experience that will be fine with you. Do looks like Egyptian, make everything like Egyptian. That will be good also with you.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. So
The
you want to
camel ride was
the
amazing.
camel ride was scary at first. Then it was
I
We
amazing.
almost didn't do it.
Yeah.
Remember, we almost didn't do it. He's like, "Well, it's up to
I
you." I'm so
right.
glad
I saw the
you did it.
video. I saw the video. He is also holding the
You're
ramp for the
scared?
camel and
Well,
riding alone.
yeah.
That's
I would
good. You
say,
looks like
well,
Egyptian.
yeah, maybe scared was a bad term, but I would say I didn't know camels were really that big. Um,
Oh,
I'm thinking maybe a horse, something of that size, but those camels were huge. So
hmm
yeah, I was taken back a little bit when I
and they're
first came.
smart.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
They knew where to go.
Yeah, he told them to go ahead, and they started
Yes.
following the trail without his
I'm like,
supervision.
oh no, there's a cliff over there. Is he gonna know where to go? He's gonna take me off the cliff.
Yeah,
But But no, he
No,
knows where to go.
he knows where the way he's going,
Yeah,
right? Because he's doing it every day. And
Yeah.
also must too important to know all the knowledge and all the style of the art or all the style for the food dishes. Remember the one he talking about the kushari dishes. That's one of the most important food here in Egypt. Looks like the public food
yeah.
here.
Actually, what was funny is that one of the people that I work with, a young lady by the name of Agata,
Mhm.
her boyfriend is Egyptian, so
Oh.
she makes that dish for him
Uh-huh.
sometimes. And when I was telling them about our trip, I said, "Oh, it's this one food that people come from all around to." And she was like, "Man, I think I know what that is. Does it have noodles and tomato as a sauce?" I'm like, "Yes." And she did say it and was like, "Yes, I make that for him sometimes
Oh
because
wow.
he really enjoys it. He doesn't get it that often." So yes, we did. I did remember that. We remembered a few things. We did remember a lot. We took a lot of pictures and video of you giving kind of your dissertation of
Mhm.
Egypt. So
Oh my
we
God.
we did remember a lot. But let's kind of run through a little bit of the trip. Now,
Yeah.
one question that was asked a lot
Yes.
was the castle that we went to. What was that?
Which which one?
It was like a castle that was by the water, and we walked through it, and they had a place where if invaders came into the castle, they would pour
With the
oil.
oil.
They would pour oil down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
you are talking about the one of the famous castle for the Kaibai Castle in Alexandria.
Yes. Okay.
There's the one he's
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's the one he's built. Yeah, there's the one he's built it by the Sultan when he started to defend all the highlights for the from Alexandria. And this is a part used for in the back side of the this is the Mediterranean Sea. We found it that what we found it Spain on Italy also the same. And actually he do it this is area here when he started to make it for all defense, even the people he's coming to attract the citadel. So from this time will be the looks like the same capital for Egypt in this time because we
Uh,
have three citadel here. We have the first one we visit with me, remember in Cairo, is known
mhm.
Salahuddin Citadel. We have the one of the massive building is known Muhammad Ali Basha Mosque. The second one I'm talking about the king for which is in a Kaibai, and then the third one in Salahuddin also, but in Sinai area. There's important three sites is built during the Islamic time to
Yeah.
defend all the sites around Egypt, right?
All right, that's a one off the list. Um,
Questions?
yes, another one was the catacombs that we went to. What were they? And first of all, that was scary because we were like 50 feet underground. These were
Me
two.
too.
You too? Okay, because and my wife is all into the supernatural, so she was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I felt a presence," and so it was scary to say the least because of that. But and then Medusa was down there as well. It was an eerie feeling. But what were those catacombs?
There is the catacomb. There is our one of the famous name of the catacomb is known the Qom al in Arabic word, and this is the word is coming from the Greek Roman when they started to eat it in the den, eating the food inside the tomb itself. He destroyed or broken all the dishes because he's optimistic from this side. After that, we found that all the servant he started to cleaning all these dishes and make it looks like clean area. There's also he's covered all the body for all the room and when started to bury it inside it. After that, he's closed all again to the room.
Oh
That
wow!
is the one of the important for all the tourists when we come to visit Egypt to see what is the difference between the ancient Egyptian tombs. When you're going to the Saqqara, you see the difference. When we go to the catacomb tombs, the result is different also. As we know, the ancient Egyptians coming first, and after that, the Greek and Roman. And when the Greek and Roman in entered Egypt here by the Alexander the Great, he just start to make something that's different from the Egyptian, but he take the same style of the art, so he make it looks like mixed iconographic for the two side of the style of the art.
Oh wow! Okay, so let me ask you this: what is the difference between, and is it just economical or rich versus poor? But what's the difference in you being in the kind of plain catacombs we were in, as opposed to being in a sarcophagus or having, I guess, better burial arrangements? Was that just due to economics? Is how much money you had, or was it your status? What was the difference in those two?
The difference in this time, because we don't found something is looks like have a good materials. He don't understand the culture for the ancient Egyptians this time, but he take the same. If Mr. Dell, he do something looks, for example, he do the house looks like have the good furniture style of the art for the inter design from outside looks like beautiful.
Hmm.
Mr. X, he's dying now. I'll take the same style of his art, and after that, I put it in my home. I tell all the people I do this for myself, not Mr. Del. He did it first. That's what we happen by the Greek and Roman. Also, when we started to come in Egypt, he take the same style of the art from the ancient Egyptian, but it's not like the same actually, because he take the mix together from the Greek and Roman style that's making like the nude statue. We have the curly hair, looks like curly hair wig. But the ancient
Hmm.
Egyptian, we have the heavy hair wig. He wearing the crown, and also he wearing the short kilt, is not in teeth, if you remember about that.
Yes. Okay.
So
All
that is
right.
the difference.
All
She's gonna
right.
question you.
No, because I know from reliable sources that when you give quizzes and you give
Uh-huh.
prizes,
Chocolate.
yeah, when you give prizes for your quizzes, that you don't necessarily give the prizes willingly, because my uncle Dale did answer your questions, and I believe he had to give a formal protest to get the chocolate that he was warranted. So, but he did get his
Mhm.
chocolate though, so I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Now,
Chocolate.
we did see the pyramids, but we've seen two
I will
different,
give it you chocolate.
huh? And he's out there
Yes,
right
I
now.
give it him the
Watching
chocolate.
right now.
Yeah, Dale is out there.
Del
So
the
Shout out,
chocolate.
yeah,
shout out to
Uncle
Hello,
Uncle
Dale is
Dale,
Del.
out there.
Aunt
Yeah,
Arlene.
and Arlene is out there as well.
They're watching right
Arlene, I'm a big love. My lovely family.
See, I told you, it's family now. You can't get rid of us. My whole family, now. So you can't get rid of us now.
Yes.
Now we've seen two separate times. We did see the Sphinx, and that was a good one because
Mhm.
actually it started raining like right after we got there, so it was a blessing that it didn't rain too hard when we were there. It started raining afterwards, but
Right.
we were there. We got to experience that, but we also got to see two different types of pyramids. We've seen the Great Pyramids, or the
Mhm.
Great Pyramid and those pyramids, but we also seen the Step Pyramids one of the first days. Now, what's the difference between the two?
Okay, first of all, I need talking about the kings. Actually,
Mhm.
when we started by the ancient Egyptian history, we're talking about the 2,600 years only for the ancient Egyptian. We divided into part for Upper and Lower Egypt.
Mhm.
And actually, when I'm talking about the step pyramid, that's meaning during the third dynasty when I started to build the pyramid. So the people in all the time, all we happen, that's all. We digging in the sand, put in the body of the king, and discover by the sand. That's all. But after that, the king is known, Zoser, the one of the famous king, also one of the famous king in ancient Egyptian. And during the third dynasty, he think, how I'm doing the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, I'm not making the small mastaba for me. I need something to be different.
Mhm.
So he take the Amenhotep to build this that's the pyramid, and after that, will taken a long time. First of all, he don't understand to mind how can I manage or start to build the pyramid itself. But he tried. All the people he tried. After that, the first king he built the oldest true pyramid. He's the father of my boyfriend. Remember that name?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that too. But let's keep going. We're going to talk about that too. Let's keep
Yeah, the king is non-Snifro. There is the king, also one of the last king during the third dynasty and the first king during the first between the third and the first dynasty. There's the king built one of the oldest true pyramid. Is not the red. If you are remember that one of the big hill when in the standing, I'll show you from the back. It is far away. There's the one of the famous pyramid. After that, the king Khufu, he built the great pyramid when he touched it from his father, when he started to build, how he know the plan, how can he start to bury the body inside it, how can he put it the sarcophagus because before he built the that pyramid after that. he covered by the sand and also by the one of the big blocks he's carried from Luxor. So the difference between each together, there's one is built during the third dynasty, and the second one, the Great Pyramid, he built during the fourth dynasty.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's check another one off the list. All right. Let me see, because I got asked so many questions, it was ridiculous. Okay. So
That's good.
what what place were we at? Were we at? And I want to say it's a church, but I'm not sure it was a church. But it had depictions of the baby Jesus,
Oh
and
yeah.
it also had a well where the royal family drank from. So where was that?
They're the one of the famous church here in Egypt. We have a lot, by the way. As we
Okay.
know, the Jesus Christ and the Virgin Mary, when we entered Egypt, he returned from Jerusalem, Palestine nowadays. And after that, he took in from Sinai. He going around all the Egypt. Every place he take the rest, all the patriarchs or the Baba, he going for the same place and build the church. That's meaning there's the one day he's coming by the Jesus Christ and Virgin Mary. But the one he entered with me, remember the what? The cave in the church. Are you remember about it? And the hungry church?
I just remember the church where there were certain places that we couldn't video. I just remember that one.
Oh, but you are going in the two. The one first one we enter by the Jesus Christ and Virgin Mary here in Cairo is known the Hungry Church, and the second one it is known the Cave in the Church. The first one, if you are remembered, he is built up of the Babylon stone, and the second one it is too high. If you remember
Oh, yeah,
about it,
okay,
when
yeah,
we opened there is the first one for the Hungry Church. The second one, this is the one we visited underground. We see the bed of the Jesus Christ, and
yeah.
also the one of the biggest stone. We see one of the hell. There's the one of the well he's drinking by the Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ inside it.
Which one?
There's the one
Which one was the one
with
where we looked at the ceiling? The ceiling had significance, and we knelt down and we looked at the ceiling.
the cave in the church, the second one.
Okay, okay, okay.
There's two important
Go
church
ahead.
here in Egypt, by the way. There is a two important church here in Egypt. By the way, I told you we have seven, but
Mhm.
all of them is closed. Only two he's opening for all the people, and two important two, the Hangi and the Kevin church. There is
Now,
I recommend it for all the people if you needed to visit the church here in Egypt.
what makes those two so important?
Why it's too important?
Yeah, why are those two churches so important?
They're so important because this is a visit by the Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ, and there's the area we live in there for the 3 months. And also important for all the people to visit the area to see what is the history that's happened here from the Christian years about, by the way, because the Christian history is talking about 30 years here in Egypt.
Yeah, that was something that people were surprised at. Is that there? Of course, there is Islamic history in Egypt, but people didn't know that Christianity was very prominent and important in Egypt as well.
To be easy, and all the people remember, by the way, he's coming first by the ancient Egyptian, after that by the Greek and Roman, after that Christianity, he become before the Islam.
Hmm. Okay.
Because when the Islam he entered Egypt here, entered by the one of the famous leader or the soldiers coming from Saudi Arabia and enter Egypt here to spread the Islam here in all Egypt. In this time, Egypt looks like Christian country, not like Islamic.
Oh wow. Okay.
And when we entrance Egypt here, all the people, he guesses, what is this? Who is the Prophet Muhammad? Who is the Islam? And not a lot of people he accepted, by the way, and there were a lot of people he accepted. But here in Egypt, here for the Muslim and the Christian looks like the people looks like the same. Not to have the big difference between them. And
Okay.
that's all he make the all the Egyptian here is be happy for this reason.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
Let's keep moving, man. That's a lot. You know, people are getting a history lesson right now, so we should be charging some type of fee. But okay. So let me see. Is there anything else? Okay. What was? Here's another question. What is the real name of the and for lack of a better term, me and Uncle Dale were saying the chic headgear
Oh.
that I wanted from the time we
There's
got
one.
there, and you finally got me one, the black and white one
What
that
do you
I've been.
call it?
Yeah, what do you call it?
Yes, scarf. It's scarf.
Curl.
This is a scarf. Yeah, this is Egyptian word. Or here in Egypt to say talfiha. in Arabic word.
All right, let me
But
let
it
you.
no looks like a scarf. There's a
Yeah, let me
scarf,
tell you
not
that
a.
I wear that all the time. When I get up in the morning, I put it on. When I'm just walking out to get the mail, I go ahead and throw it on.
You
Next
looks
time I
like
see I'm
Egyptian.
male, we're gonna both rock them. So yes, that was something that I commend you because I was going to pay an exorbitant price for one of those, and you were
Yeah.
like, no, we can get that cheaper somewhere else. And
You
found
say you took this you took this price because it was me. If you if without you was if you are alone without yourself without anybody or got the guide, maybe you can take it by $100.
yeah, because he was like, I'll give you two for 120. I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. You were like 120 American? Oh no, we're out of here. You're crazy. And I got one for I think like $20 or something like that. It was an amazing price. So yeah, definitely that was something. Now a few things we want to point out because during the conversations, my wife had posted, a ton of pics, and people have been coming back and saying things like, number one, what is the name, or do you remember the name of our bodyguard?
We have different. We have Tariq,
We had
Muhammad,
two.
and Ahmad.
Oh, we had
Okay,
three? We had
because
three back
yeah,
then?
Yeah,
because the one
yeah.
guy who I guess chaperoned my aunt and also caught my wife when she was
Tariq.
tumbling. He should have his own action movie because he was
Wait, there were two different people.
no,
No,
wasn't it the
yeah,
same guy?
those were two different people.
Okay,
Yes.
No, but
The one
one
that
second. One we have. Yeah, we have first one in the first date. The second is the chain. We have another Ahmad and Tariq and Muhammad in Alexandria.
okay. What was the gentleman that was there the last day who gave us those trinkets as appreciation? Do you remember who that was?
The one he
The
gave you
last
what?
day you
one
were
that
there?
took us to the airport?
Yeah, the one that took us to the airport.
Oh, Yusuf,
Okay. Yeah,
That
our
was what they
driver. Yeah.
yeah. He was for real. He was about his job.
I think she was in the car, so she didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he was like way over there. He kept an eye on us to make sure that no one came by us or whatever. But I was walking backwards, taking pictures, and then I almost slipped. He was right behind me, like he ran from nowhere, and
He was a superhero.
and he caught me.
Yeah, he was a superhero. Post Uncle Dale's post there. Uncle Dale's like, no, it wasn't Tariq, because Uncle Dale pointed out.
Tariq, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tariq, there's
so,
the one. There is the one you we took the picture in front of the dinner cruise. Remember? We
Yeah.
took the picture.
Yeah.
There's Tariq, right?
So who was he like a security guard for an actor or something?
John Claude Van Damme, wasn't he, or something like that?
No, about the security, that's something is normal for all the tourism here in Egypt. By the way, for all the people, for all
Oh,
the people who's coming from about Egypt, that is normal. But also for the big group or the small group. Actually, from we started from the sixth person. We have the one we are guiding with you. Looks like that's more secure. That will be keep everything will be safe.
Ah, I see. Okay.
yeah.
But as we know, there is normal also in outside another country. Also, we have the same small security. Also, if you're going by the group, we have the big security with you. Also, the same.
Yeah,
But
because
here in Egypt,
sometimes
all the people he care about the tourism when you come and enter Egypt here. He needed to follow the people looks like safe. You're in safe here in Egypt. Don't worry about anything. Feel free. Do what you like to do. Enjoy it. Have
Yeah.
your time. Go what you like to do. That's easy. That's what I'm talking about, Del. What you like to do, I will do for you. That's easy.
which was amazing.
Because I know, yeah, I know all the people when it started to enter Egypt here, we should need to show something is new, make something looks like crazy like Egyptian, not looks like amateur a guide. Take all the group going to the historical sign. Bye bye. That's all. I'm not like these people, by the way.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you guys took care of us from beginning to end. It was hilarious. That I even my wife even posted like when the women my aunt and my wife and those guys started dancing at the lunch that we had, And then the other women got up and started dancing. Then the men started dancing. It was a full twerk party going on in Egypt. Okay, so everyone was very hospitable when we were there. So that was a good thing.
I still don't have the video of me dancing. It's the one and only time
She was
times
getting
I
busy,
don't dance.
and she don't dance at all.
I don't dance at all.
Busy, so.
I'm like, does anyone have that?
Which one? When we do it in a restaurant?
Yes.
For the second day, right?
Yes. Yeah. That was hilarious.
That's amazing.
I will remember that always.
That was fun.
But by the way, I'm lucky.
Uh-oh.
Like our internet is messing up.
Because I have the funny.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, right. I'm here.
Okay. All right. We were and that's another thing that I didn't. I told everybody I was going.
Yeah,
the belly dancer. Remember the belly dancer? And she was bringing people up there. I was going to go up, but time just.
He was not gonna go.
But yeah, that is my that's my goal. Another standout on the trip was the luncheon that we had on the Nile with the gentleman. We had our own private boat. That was amazing. That was amazing. We had some amazing food as well.
Yes.
And I will point out that there were some things that I wasn't going to try because that's just how I am. But no, not my oldest daughter, because she was like, nope, you're going to try this. And you called me Mr. Marcello from the time I got there into the time
sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Marcello, sir.
Mr. Sir.
Sir. Mr. Sir. Sir. And I was like, you don't have to call me that. Call me Marcello. And you was like, okay, Mr. Marcello, sir. So yes, during that time,
you could still do the belly dance right now.
Hey, you're talking about the belly dancer in the dinner cruise. Remember when we shot the Tanura?
Yes, that's what we
You're
had.
Talking about this one.
Yeah. I was getting 2 more glasses of wine and I'd have been up there, but
he would not have. He does not dance.
But the luncheon was amazing. It was during the day. It was a little chilly at first, but then the sun came out and it was just a magical type of experience. They had the music playing. They brought out their musical instruments and started playing along. It was insane. But back to the food, yes, there were some things that I wasn't going to try. And you were like, nope, you're going to try these. Come on, try this, try this. And when I first started our trip, I said that I asked about several dishes, and you said hummus. And I said, oh, I don't eat hummus. And you were like, oh, you haven't tried this hummus. Try it. And I'm like, no, I don't like hummus. Suffice it to say, you made me try the hummus. And by the next day, I was eating hummus every day that we were there. So that's another funny aspect of the trip itself.
I didn't realize until after I posted all those pictures that Egypt is on the bucket list for so many people. Did you read that too? And it was his since he was 18. I understand, but I've never been like, oh, Egypt is where I'd ever want to go, type thing. But I'm glad I got to experience that,
It is it's the cradle of civilization. Why would you want to go see kind of where everything started?
But I think that we would have had a completely different experience if we didn't have Maryam as our tour guide.
Oh, definitely.
I believe that Maryam, you made this trip like completely amazing and out of this world. Like it was just a lifetime experience that everyone needs to experience. Yes. And we owe that to you, because I believe that if we had somebody else that, that was our tour guide, they may not have given us that, the type of service that you provided for us. So I thank you for making that such a dream trip for us, because had it been anybody else, they wouldn't be there. You were our photographer. You were our waitress. You were our everything. You were our printer. Like everything that we needed, you went above and beyond. And you made our trip so amazing that if anybody asks, yes, go to Egypt, and yes, go see Miriam, because you don't want to go to anyone else.
Yeah, it was
That's
even
make
when we were
me
leaving and your duties were over, you were like, "Oh, you guys need to get your COVID test printed. Okay, come on, we're gonna run here before you guys go to the airport because it'll be hard there." So even after you fulfilled your
Yes.
duties, you still stepped up and made sure that we were safe, secure, and on our way home. So yeah, that's just we talked about you for a long time after
I
that.
mean, I don't think I believe that if somebody else was our tour guide, like I've seen other people around us, right? And I've seen like, oh, they're just like kind of boring and kind of like, you know, I don't know. It was just felt like it was personalized to us and it was customized. And you had like the time, like down pack. Like, I mean, you're an expert in that. I know that you studied it. Like, and so kudos to you because you had everything timed out so perfectly. And, you know, you gave us time to you know, explore. And then you're like, no, take a picture over here. Everyone talked about how amazing those pictures were. And I owe it to you because you're the one that knew where all of the pictures and where what looks good at. No, it's going to look better over here, you know? And so that was like amazing. So thank
that's also
you.
all of this work. All of this word make me looks like I need to be cry because there's you make me and give me the support here in Egypt also to make and work hard. That's also make me happy. And there's we should to do as a tour guide or looks like I'm not a tour guide. I'm also looks like you are one of my family. All the people, not all the mini group or all the group actually. I know all the people when they started to contact us nowadays for Happy New Year or if you have the birthday to confirm the time to make sure all this is people is fine. I'm not doing my work and after that will be finished. I'm not remember all the people. No, I remember every people he's making or he breaking in my heart. He's still sitting in my heart. That's make me looks like happy also.
Good, good. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
you're
I'm glad.
definitely like amazing with it. And you know, it's definitely it's on a lot of people's bucket list. So we're excited to be sending more people to you. I mean, I think that everyone should definitely in their lifetime experience this. And not to mention when you wanted that necklace, she just came out of nowhere and he's still wearing it. I mean, like we
I
were at the
talking.
restaurant and he was asking for this necklace and Miriam
Ah,
Yeah,
just had it hand delivered, like he had it delivered to the restaurant while we were eating, finishing up dinner, like you know, whatever we asked for. Like you're like,
I have not taken this off since we have been back. Okay, first of all. Second of all, there was a very you did something when I said I wanted an ankh as a necklace and nothing fancy, but just something to remind me of the trip and something to keep close to my heart. You said, why do you specifically want the ankh? And I said because it represents life. That represents the story of life to me. And you were like correct. And after that, you made it your goal to get me this necklace. You were like, I'm making some calls. I'm gonna get it for you. And yeah, that was pretty outstanding
that's
as well.
Yeah, that's like amazing. Like you rule Cairo. Like you know where everything is, how to get things done. So anybody that goes to Egypt needs to come and see you.
Yes, and you were.
inshallah, I will welcome for everyone.
Yes, and I know you had like a little bit of a hit. You mentioned, with COVID and everything. So I'm hoping that once things die down, like you're gonna be super super busy.
Uncle Dale said he wants some kushri. Is that how I?
I will send it one of for you to America.
Yeah.
Wait, did he wasn't with us? We had it. Oh, you had it the other day. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it before. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And I told everybody, I don't know why it reminded me of this, but it reminded me of a very upscale chef's version of Beefarone. I swear to you, and I know you probably don't know what that means, but the noodles and tomato sauce. I'm like, oh, this is like a really, really good version of beefarone here. But my Aunt Arlene also pointed out that you were mama bear. So
yes, you were keeping everybody away from
when you go to Egypt, there are a ton of people who are going to come up and try to sell you a ton of different things. And once they find out you're American, they even press harder. And you were there to shield us from a lot of that. Like, no, get back. And, you know, so once again, you stepped up above and beyond during that time.
You did. You absolutely did.
Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, what else do before I get into your personal stuff, let me finish our tour. So what else am I missing? Oh, quick quiz here. Things that stood out from your history lesson when we were there. If a statue of a pharaoh, if his beard is straight, he was still alive when it was made. But when it's curved at the end, he was dead when they made the statue.
Right.
You remember, I will send you the big chocolate.
Yes, I want my chocolate. Yeah, flat out. I want mine. Yes, that's one thing that stood out. And then
the statue, the color statue.
Yeah, you already quizzed us about the color of the statue. And we didn't
the crown.
We didn't get the sugar cane drink.
We didn't get to drink the sugar cane.
Put that up there.
Yeah, sugar cane in the Moaz Street, right?
Yeah, that's the one we didn't. Even though that doesn't sound like something I drink because sugar drinks I really don't do. But we did the skin of the statues. We also got to see King Tuts' tomb, which was awe-inspiring there with all the gold and everything. Even though we could not take pictures of the King Tut's tomb, it was good to be in that presence to see that. So that was another thing that was pretty cool. I'm trying to remember your hieroglyphic history about when to read left to right.
Oh, with the bird.
And right to left. Right, with the bird.
That's
okay.
Right.
All right. So now I'm an expert in hieroglyphics. All right. Good.
You can read it like the Egyptian now.
Yeah, I can sit up and I'll see a picture on the History Channel and I can read exactly what they're saying now.
The highlight, I think, also, I mean, all of it was a highlight, but I think it was the air and water, or air and the sound and, the sound and light show for Marcelo.
Okay, let me tell you about the sound and light show because it was getting chilly because it was getting dark.
Freezing.
So my wife didn't pay attention at all to the sound and light show. This was
how do you know that?
Because I seen you during the whole time. You're like, man, it's getting chilly. Man, it's cold out here. Oh my God, my feet are killing. so she was having her own issues. Me myself, I'm glued to the sound and light show because it was like a history story.
He loves history.
You know, with light, sound, and lights, and they projected everything against the pyramids and whatnot. So that was amazing.
Cool.
She was like, "All right, is it over? All right, come on, let's." So that was one part that was funny. That was a little funny to me. Let me put out there that I think it was the last day we were there, and we were eating like a mid dinner. And
upstairs.
You told us the story. Let's go through the story. No, we're not going to go through the. We're not going to go through the story. We're not. We're just going to say certain tidbits that we're sitting there, and I'm like, well, why didn't you bring? You know, this is like a family affair. You should have brought your boyfriend along. She was, and Miriam was like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend. We broke up. And we were like,
oh my God.
That's just so, oh my.
That's a secret.
I'm telling, hey, listen, this family, when you tell family, you seen how we were. We were like, what do you mean? You were like, yeah, he broke up with me and, you know, we kind of see each other. And I'm enraged at this time. I'm like, call him up. You know, just like a dad, I'm having a conversation with this man about, you know, this situation. But while we were talking, you had a gentleman suitor that was in the restaurant that kept looking over at you. And I'm telling you, I'm saying, hey, the guy over here, he's checking you out. And you were like, no. So then he came and sat closer to us. and I was ready to go ahead and make an introduction for you guys, but he left out after having cake or something along those lines. So I'm not going to put it out there and say that my oldest daughter is single and beautiful young lady, educated, talented. So if you guys want to send your headshot photos to my Facebook page, we'll go ahead and play matchmaker as well. But that's beside the point. Let's get off of that. My Uncle Dale said other things that we saw was the Sphinx of Giza, the pyramids,
Arlene.
the Cairo. Oh, that was. I'm sorry, that's on Arlene. The Cairo Tower, of course, the mosques, the Cairo Museum, which was ridiculous. Now the Mediterranean Sea, is that the only body of water we were by? I thought we were by the Red Sea too.
No, there is the difference.
The Red Sea was close, but
We didn't go to the
we
Red
were
Sea.
near. We didn't go there, but we were
Okay.
near the
Yes.
Mediterranean Sea.
Okay.
Yeah, we go to the Mediterranean Sea. Hey, talking about also the mosque he visits with me on the first day when we come to Egypt here is known the Sultan Hassan and Sultan Rifai Mosque. There's our important two mosques here in Egypt because in all time we don't have a lot of mosques here in Egypt. Which time when we entered by the Amr ibn al-As here, he built only the one mosque, and after that, all of the Cairo. After that, we have 1,000 mosques to spread the Islam all around the area. Not only in Egypt, all for all the other country behind Egypt.
Wow.
Wow.
We have the biggest school in these places, and also this is place teaching for all the smallest and smallest student to learn, and also for the poor people for free, not we use it by the money.
Wow. And then also you were saying that they're building a bigger museum, right? That's going to be open next year.
Yeah, inshallah, we were talking about the one of the most important sites we should tell the people to visit Egypt this year because we'll be opening in at the end of this year, I hope, because every day or every time we have to change the time to the event. But I listened for the new news yesterday. We will open at the end of this year. That's meaning it open in 2021. There is the big museum. It's known the large Egyptian museum. Collect all the stuffs here in Egypt, and also he covered all the transfer all the statues for all the king for the museum in the Tahrir Square in Cairo to be in Giza near the Giza plateau, actually near the pyramid. There's one of the huge. I will show you from the outside, from the window. We go into the Giza plateau.
Humongous.
There is this bigger than 5 times from that one we visit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it is humongous.
Yeah, it's huge. I will admit that. It's
Are
huge.
we going back next year?
No doubt. No doubt.
Inshallah, you should to come again to visit the new Egyptian museum, and after that,
who's going with
yeah,
us next year? We're gonna go
we
visit.
will take only one day in the Egyptian museum, and we should to go and also you visit for Luxor and the Swan. There's two important sites or the city we should to visit. We have a lot of temples on there.
All right, last comment by Uncle Dale said, I put your business out there on the street. I told you that me and Uncle Dale was like your dads when we were there. And so, yes, I'm upset at that man. I want to speak to him. I want to have a conversation with him and chastise him and let him know that he don't mess with. I mean, I'm a Robertson man. Uncle Dale, a Robertson man. He know how we get down. You know what I'm saying? So, no doubt. Okay. So we're coming up on the end of the segment, but I wanted to give you a chance. If there's someone out there who is kind of considering on whether or not to go to Egypt, and they've seen the pictures and they've heard this podcast and they're kind of on the fence and they're really thinking about going, what would be your advice to them, and why should they come to see Egypt and Maryam?
Why to come to Egypt, or why we need to come?
Yeah. Why would they come? Why would they come to Egypt, and as a vacation?
Because Egypt is not a normal company. When we go to Egypt, we see a different civilization, by the way, not an ancient Egyptian. We see a lot. We see old, by the way. We were going, actually, all the people he know the pyramid only, and the Egyptian museum, and he met it for the Luxor and the Swan. There's two important sites also for all the people. Mediterranean Sea. We have Hurghada, Sharm el-Sheikh, Marsa Alam. We're also in Egypt. There's the near of the Red Sea. Also, we have Marsa Matruh, Alexandria. There's near the Mediterranean Sea. There's an important two city. And also we have Siwa. Siwa, most important desert here in Egypt, white desert, and one of the famous deserts in there. Egypt, we have a lot of that stuff. All excursion, we can do it here. Also, we can enjoy it.
Mhm.
That's we can take it a lot. Looks like if you are interested about Egypt, we can take looks like maybe for from 15 to 18 days here in Egypt will be nice to take the 3 days, and also the excursion are an important site to visit. Theirs will be cool for everyone.
What time of
And
the
also
year?
we will enjoy, and also we will join with us together.
Yes.
Of course.
So what time of the year is the best time to go?
I recommend it for all the people from November till April.
Because it gets
Theirs
really
will be nice.
summertime gets
To
really
be nice, yeah, because as we know, the summertime here in Egypt is too hot. I
Yeah.
recommend it for the people in the winter time because the weather will be good, not bad. As we know, there's the first time when we visit Egypt is raining. I told you that the day when we gone to the Giza plateau. There's our first time to raining here in Egypt. That's make me, oh my God, I'm happy.
Wow. So
we brought the rain.
we brought a plague to Egypt.
But what was really nice,
You're lucky, by the way.
what really was nice when it was raining was that, you know, somebody even mentioned on the picture, oh, that's nice. It's not like really crowded. I said, yeah, because it was raining and people scattered, but Marcelo and I were used to the rain. No one else was used to the rain, so they went and hide out. We're like, oh yeah, it's just rain, you know, and we're like enjoying it by ourselves. So that's why that people didn't see a whole lot of crowd, because people were in hideout. They're like, oh, there's not that much crowd. You know, you got to enjoy it by yourself. And I'm like, yeah, because they went to hide, and we're like, this is nothing. This is just rain. We're used to it, you know. So
yeah, it was. It's amazing, and a lot of people asked me why it was on my bucket list,
Yes.
whether or not it was for religious purposes or for cultural purposes. Definitely, in my opinion, from cultural purposes, because the existence of man originated from Africa, and Egypt is one of the most prominent places that you will see in that area. So, and of course, you have so many wonders of the world there. It's just a place that one of my guys at work said that I've heard people go to a lot of places for their vacation, but I've never met anyone who said they went to Egypt for a vacation. And he said that is, that was kind of inspiring for him, that, that's where you want to go for your vacation. So regardless of what your cultural preference is, what your religious preference is, because like I said, I had no idea. I guess I did from just simple readings, but seeing it in real life, how not only Islamic faith, but Christianity was a big part in Egyptian history. You got to go, no matter what side of the fence you're on, you got to go and check out Egypt. It's just somewhere that will really open your eyes to a lot of things. And like I told her, there was, there's a lot of things going on in America as far as race and things of that nature, but that never crossed my mind while I was there. So for the whole 7 days, there wasn't really a thought of race or prejudice or things of that nature, which was
well, Miriam didn't even know what that was.
Oh yes, perfect example. when Uncle Dale asked you, how do you feel about racism? And you were like, racism, what is that? And then he started, and you were like, yeah. I kind of see that on TV a little bit, but we really don't do that.
We don't do that. Like, we treat everyone the same.
Right.
I guess the biggest difference in Egypt would be financial status. So rich or poor, as opposed to the color of your skin
or gender.
So those type of things also was eye-opening on the trip and kind of did my heart good. So we're not going to keep you too much longer because people might not realize that it is 3 o'clock in the morning or almost 4 o'clock in the morning where you're at. So
yeah,
we're going to pass out and go to sleep.
Well, she thought it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So she stayed up yesterday.
And that's
Poor thing.
that's another thing.
The
I'm
time
getting I'm
difference.
getting Facebook messengers from you, and you're saying, "Okay, I'm drinking my cafe," and I'm like, "Drinking your cafe? Okay, no biggie." And then we crack a couple more jokes, and then you're like, "Well, I'm waiting on you, man," and I'm like, "Waiting on me for what?" And you're like, "The podcast." I'm like, "No." You're like, "Oh my god, 8 hours behind. It's only Tuesday." So we went through that, and she even Facebook Messenger called me because she was like, "I don't understand. Something's wrong here. I don't get it." So that was hilarious. But Miriam,
Yes.
it is great talking to you again. I don't say this idly, but you are one of the family now. So
Yeah, I'm right.
we're going to be one of those uh, tourists that you can't get rid of. My family is loving in nature, and you endeared us. You kind of captivated our hearts because, like I said, you were there for us every step of the way. So even if you want to, you can't get rid of us. Between Aunt Arlene, me, Uncle Dale, and my lovely wife here, we will be planning more trips and talking to you, seeing how things go, and probably trying to fix you up with the next boyfriend that you have. But you are definitely part of the Robertson family now. We thank you.
Yes. Mhm.
By the way, say thank you for you because I'm really happy to make this as a show that is will make you also be proud. One day I will talk in with you after we finish the trip and going to your country. That's making me happy. Also, you still remember Maryam from Egypt. Maryam, this is the one of the guy that's making me happy. Also, I see all the comments. I read it, all the comments for your family, your friends in the pictures. That's also make me proud. And I see the comments. Oh my God, tell me about the tips about Egypt. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Egypt is beautiful. Egypt is safe. I see all the people comment. That's also make me happy because this is a reflection of my job here. That's
Yes,
also make me happy. I'll say thank you, by the way, for all of us. There's make me also the great show here to Egypt.
Yeah, I know that's important to you. You mentioned that you want to represent Egypt, and so people feel welcomed and want to come visit. So we're glad that we're able to represent for you.
definitely, definitely. Once again, thank you, Miriam. If
Anytime.
Thank you
anybody
very
wants
much.
to go on a travel trip to Egypt or have any questions or concerns, Miriam has said that you can contact her personally on Facebook. Her name is on the screen, but also you can see her as one of our friends or commenting on one of our posts. But reach out to her, find out more information, plan that trip, and get that experience of a lifetime.
Waiting for all the people or around the world, also not on US, all the people around the world, and also we'll do the best with you here in Egypt, by the way. Come to Egypt, visit Egypt. Egypt is safe, by the way.
It's
Yes,
safe.
it is safe. We had, like I said, there were no fears. There were no, questions about people looking at us or anything like that. If anything, people were amazingly friendly. Me and my wife were just walking past and we were taking pictures, and people would just stop and be like, "Oh, let me take that picture for you guys." And you guys are from America, Princess and King, and they were calling us stuff like that. And then they would just walk away. They didn't want anything from us. They just, knew we were Americans and we were new to the country, and they just wanted us to feel at home. So that was heartwarming right there. So,
Yeah,
Miriam,
it will be great.
we will say goodbye. Thank you very much. We will have you on again soon, maybe in the next season, so that each season they can get an update and get an update on the new museum that's being built.
And
And we will definitely keep you on board as one of our guest speakers. Thank you for everything that you do. For people that are taken totally out of their comfort zone, you make it easier to travel. And it was just a extremely pleasurable experience, and I'm glad you were a part of it. So thank
I'm
you.
glad to.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any
Lovely,
last
thank you.
words that you want to say?
I'm say thank you for all, both of you, because I'm still missing you, by the way. Missing your day to eating, to drink, to do everything like the crazy thing. And thank you for inviting me with you now. That's make me glad also. I know there's 4 a.m. here in Egypt, but I'm still excited and waiting. That to make me like, haha, I'm here. I'm still waiting, but it's cool, by the way. I love it. I promise you, if you needed me again to the looks like this show again, I will standing you. I will waiting again.
Oh, that's
Aw,
awesome. That's
we
awesome.
love you.
Thank you very much,
I
sweetheart.
love you too.
For your
Yeah,
time.
now
Okay,
go
big
get some
kiss.
sleep.
Yes, get some
Peace.
rest.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay. Thank you, by the way.
You're
Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah, that
Awesome.
is an amazing young lady. One thing is for sure is that she takes her job extremely
Yes, she
seriously.
does.
But like I said, in any business partnership or
Mhm.
interaction, there is a difference when you have a salesperson or a
Mhm.
manager or a customer service representative that makes you feel like it's not a business transaction, but it's actually two friends, taking time to do whatever project or whatever goal you have in front of you. And she truly made that evident when we were there, not just to us, but my whole family. And we just truly appreciate that. That is what sets her apart. And that's why we wanted to bring her on because it is inspiring when you see a young person that is dedicated to their craft. We don't see that too often, but in her, we see that wholeheartedly. So, congratulations, Miriam. If you guys are looking to take a trip
Mhm.
to Egypt, please reach out to Miriam. She will do you right, without a doubt, in my mind.
And we
But
want to hear all about your trip
no doubt, no
if you
doubt.
do go.
No doubt, no doubt. But I think that's it for us. We've knocked out our hour.
Yes.
Guys, please tune in next week. Same time, same.
Place.
I was gonna say same bad station, but a lot of y'all won't get
Mm-mm.
that joke there. A few
No.
Uncle Dale will probably get that, but not
And
everyone
your
will get that.
brother-in-law.
Yes, yes, they will get that. But you guys tune in once again. We are championing minorities as role models, entrepreneurs, business owners, community leaders, and just shedding light on the African American, Asian community, but also other minorities as well. And Egyptians and Africa. That is our homeland as far as Black people are concerned. Even though we have cultivated our own culture here in America, we originated from there. And to be honest, everyone originated from Africa. That is the oldest person that they found. That's where everything started from. Like she said, 7,000 years in the making. So to that I say, thank you, Miriam. Thank you for all our audience coming out and supporting us. Sweetheart, do you have anything you want to add?
No. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And we will see you next time. Same bat channel.
Boom. He know what I was going for. Boom.
Same time, same bat channel.
All right, guys. Peace out. Peace out. We'll holler at y'all.
Thank you. See you later.